Okay, so welcome back to RoAv Recap. Yes, I know it's been a while. I had to give it a bit of a break before I burnt out, but I'm back for a while because this still isn't regular. But I'll do it as often as I can. Right, because I've missed literally like the last 4 months or something stupid, we're going to have a bit of a speed round of the older backlog of news. Then I'll be a bit more in depth for the other stuff. Right, ready? Polestar starts accepting Bitcoin as a new payment method. Mexican announces a new futuristic display team flying the new X-21 Apollo jet. Italian display team Free State unveil their new base. Virtual SpaceX announced a fancy new website. Elo Nation announces that Vero isn't on this year. Roblox Blackpool Airshow goes ahead with moderate success. The Roblox Typhoon display team unveil their new jet. The AV Awards are delayed indefinitely. Itty Bitty Airport adds tanks and C-17s. Atmosphere Studios reveals an upcoming cloud update. Fly Kudos goes on sales for a piss-taking $1,500. New Roblox built-in materials. The Avon's union shuts down. And Roblox show off this cool new tech demo. Right, now they've got all the old stuff out the way, it's time for the more recent stuff. Zero Core buys Air Monaco, likely for a couple of $100 in a move that is somewhere between really cool, showing off what can be done when a large, well-run RoAviation group starts actually behaving like a real business working to make profit, and absolutely horrifying, epitomising the initial stages of a faceless commercialised RoAviation with large holding groups operating dozens of groups trying to make as much money as possible. However, in all likelihood, it's still a Roblox airline being run by a tech group, so it'll probably be run into the ground within the next couple of weeks, but only time will tell. The Lancaster Foundation hint at a Amy 109, releasing this image here, genuinely hot as fuck. Cosford Airshow sees dozens of Roblox's finest display teams take to the skies over 2 days of intense flying. Also, yours truly got to live stream and commentate it. Links to the streams in the description. Zero Fest Airshow goes ahead, and like most Roblox airshows, it was fine if you had a decent PC, but many people were left with little more than a slideshow due to the sheer amount of booths and aircraft on display, meaning that most display teams had to pull out, with a few retreating to the virtual Roblox Red Arrows map, RAF Scampton, to perform. PCFS sees the addition of working radars, aircraft flaps, new terminals, an F-15, and a working hovering Harrier, as well as 3D cockpits, and the long-awaited tilted gear being added to the game's test servers, proving that if you complain and whine for long enough, you'll eventually always get your way. Speaking of PTFS, friend of the channel Wes hosts the third editing competition centered around the game. If you're watching this video, then you probably already know that I got the big dub victory royale, even if looking at the sheer quality of Sam and Swiss Cheese's videos might say otherwise. Genuinely though, huge thank you to Wes for hosting the competition and for picking my short little vid as the winner. AirX, one of Roblox's most promising and hyped flight simulators, is put on hold for an undetermined amount of time, with no indication if the game will be worked on again in the future. Something that many paying close attention to the game's progress were expecting, but a huge loss for the community nonetheless. My old RoAviation news site, RoAv Hub, is also finally officially closed this month, with the domain name expiring. It hasn't been updated for months, but with RoAv Recap kind of taking its place, I thought it best to put it to bed. You can still check out the old site, however, through the link in the description. YouTuber Dang effectively goes into full lockdown mode, deleting his main account among other measures, yeah, not touching that one, in response to trolls and an exposure campaign being spearheaded by small YouTuber Meeloh. At least everyone thought it was Meeloh. Anthrum, literally yesterday, released this video saying that it was actually him behind it, and there's still more to come, even though he's previously written a whole ass document saying that it wasn't him. Basically, there's some weird mind games afoot, and it's getting hard to follow. I'm not here to talk about who's right or wrong, just the facts, so links to whatever content I can find on it are in the description if you care, but I'm moving on. The SFS Discord closes as the devs wind back support for the game in preparation to cease support for it entirely. The game will remain up, but this marks the end of what was the central hub for its community. And of course the end of the SFS reign as one of Roblox's top flight simulators. And finally, the big news that everyone's been talking about this month was that two of RoAviation's largest airlines, Jet Air and American Airlines, both had their groups locked for several weeks, likely by Roblox's auto-moderation systems, mistaking their ticketing t-shirt systems for a Robux scam. This moved many airlines, including Le Monde, among others, to change their ticketing systems, and many airlines tried to help the locked groups, none more so than Aqua Airways, which started the hashtags #FreeAA in reference to American Airlines, and Free Jet Air on Twitter. as well as offering seats on their flights instead to ticketed passengers of the locked groups. And that's all the news from this week. The script alone for this video has taken genuine months to get done, and I've got a lot more in the works and even more planned, so stay tuned for that. A huge thank you to Quarter Patronomo for making me a Roblox group. You can buy my hot Roblox merch there if you so choose. At the moment, it's just this stunning swimsuit. But do send me ideas for new clothing on my Discord server and I'll look into making it. Speaking of which, do join my server. And if there's any news you think I should be talking about here in RoAv Recap, send it there in the RoAviation news channel and it might just get added in the next episode. Big thank you to Clout for helping with the script of this video, as well as everyone listed here for helping with the stories. Oh, and finally, I found this sick-ass wallpaper from the Velocity devs of Gatwick Airport. If anyone wants it, link to it is in the description. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, or even months, because my upload schedule is absolute shit. But until then, nothing else to say apart from Patron out. Hey guys, just wanted to quickly say, today I got the coolest package ever. Quarter Patronomo sent these from Korea, some Korean candy, which is absolutely sick as hell, as well as this, which is genuinely the kindest gift I think I've ever received. It's a little plaque with my Twitter and YouTube handle. And this! Look how cool this is! This is permanently going to be on my desk. Quarter Patronomo, absolutely badass. Just thank you. Awesome. Cheers.